This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Oh, my pits are so wet today. Is it hot in here? What's
No.
going on? You look like you're ding-batting. You're zoned out. What were you just looking at?
I was nothing, just zoning
What were you
out.
thinking about? Do you remember?
Because you said that your pits were sweating, and I was thinking about being sick recently, and that I soaked the whole bed in sweat, like in one of the night sweats, and then I had to literally take all my clothes off because they were actually drenched, and then put towels all down on the bed. And mind you, when I was so sick, AJ sleeps next to me and he does not get sick.
I know. It's the same thing with Sky. Sky's someone who gets sick a lot, and I do get sick sometimes, more often than you, but I'm also someone who rarely gets sick. And Sky will always get sick, and he goes and sleeps on the lounge because he doesn't want to make me sick. And
You should be the one
I'm
volunteering to
sit-
sleep on the lounge.
No, because I'm sleep in the fucking bed next to me.
True.
I'm not going.
True.
Get on your side of the bed and sleep there, darling. I'm not going to fuck off over to the lounge, and you don't have to either. I'm because I'm just someone if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You may as well.
No, AJ unscathed.
But obviously Sky's really considerate and doesn't want to get me sick.
Bless.
But I'm please get me sick. Give me a week off work. Anyway. What was I wanting to talk about in this Close Friends episode? Oh, yeah. Okay. There's been a lot of chatter. There's been some chatter. There's been a little bit of chatter. I don't know how much chatter there's been, but I don't know if you've heard about the catch-up trap. But our dear friend of the pod, friend of the show, texted me earlier, Tanya Hennessy. She wrote an article, I believe, for Body and Soul originally. And I'm not sure whether it was her thing or whether she was inspired by someone. But it was titled, Tanya Hennessy, Are You Stuck in the Catch-Up Trap? I Am. And she goes on in the article to explain basically that the catch-up trap is when two people live their lives separately and they catch up over lunch or dinner or a walk or drinks, every few months to tell each other about it, but they never actually create new memories and experiences together. And
I saw this too. I'll tell you the interesting thing about this as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going to unpack it all and go through it. But the interesting thing is that this is something that a lot of people experience, as we go into adulthood and into our 30s.
Mm-hmm.
But why do we get caught up in this when a lot of us are posting what we're doing online anyway?
Yeah, so true. What have you done?
What have you been doing lately when you can see everything on
know.
Instagram?
Oh, but you can't see everything.
Not everyone.
Because I went out for lunch yesterday with my best friend who just went away for, I want to say 2 months. And obviously they were posting photos, her and her partner were posting photos online, but I didn't really get to hear anything.
Yeah, true.
And I was yes, we saw a lot, but I asked her things what was your favorite part, or what was blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, Cancun was good for this, but then Bolivia was good for this. And so they were all, you get to, but you're so right. What have you been up to? Well, I guess you want to know the tea, though. It's really funny and ironic, though, because Tanya and I have this friendship that she's talking about, the catch-up trap. Tanya and I, when we go out, when we catch up, it is over a lunch.
How the fuck do we get out of this?
And,
but I think this is you get to a certain age and you're no longer creating memories. You're just catching up with people.
So I said to the girls I went out for lunch yesterday, I brought this up and I was like, girls, next time, because I look at the last 12 months of catching up, and these are girls that I went to high school with and are still friends with. I'm only friends with 3 people from high school, and it's these 3 girls. Mm-hmm. And I said, girls, we need to, next time, this is going to be a lovely lunch. It's going to be beautiful. We went to quite a nice restaurant, although the service was poor and the food was average. But we were, I was like, this is lovely. It's actually been a few months because we haven't caught up since before Christmas. So happy to catch up today and tell everyone about what we've been up to. But next time we should make a conscious decision to do something.
I think,
if we go out to lunch or dinner, we do that. But then what are we doing?
Do something afterwards. Is it the situations that we're putting ourselves in where you are just going out for a breakfast or a lunch or a cocktail? So you're just sitting and chatting.
Yes. I
As
think
opposed to
that's
doing some sort of activity.
Right. I think obviously you still want to like catch up, but I said next time let's go for dinner at the Star and see a musical.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we'll ever in our lives say to each other after today's lunch, this is what I said to the girls, I don't think ever in our lives will we say, remember that lunch we went to? But if we had
No.
maybe gone and seen a musical after it today,
Yeah.
we would say, remember that when we saw that musical, how good that musical was? We still don't talk about the lunch, but at least there's something that we did that
I
we
think
were
we need
able
to
to talk
do
about.
more activities.
Yeah.
But I feel like the go-to now, we're just so in like the fucking going out for cocktails and food era.
yeah.
Like that's all it is. But I'm all for like
Activities.
I'm all for activities and not doing the catch-up trap because as for me personally, I can't stand small talk.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been? What's been going on? How's the business going? Like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm happy to do it and I'll sink cocktails and talk shit. But like, let's do something more.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we did a bit of a brainstorm yesterday at lunch of like things we could do. We were coming up with the most wild things. Looks like the next time we get together, we might go and do aqua golf or go to a driving range and do golf. Ashley, my best friend, she was like, perhaps we play golf. And I went, no, I'm not going to play a whole 18-hole golf course, cannot be bothered, but I'll do it. I'll hit the ball into the water or, go to a driving range or something. But
Yeah.
I think golf is like a big step for us as people who have never done anything but go out to lunch. And, I also am like, another one of my friends has 2 kids. And I'm like, when the 4 of us get together for lunch, like, although, leaving the 2 kids at home and coming for a fabulous lunch is probably a lovely thing. I'm like, she probably wants to get out as well and like actually like do something fabulous. I'm not saying, by the way, Mariah listens to the podcast and I love you, Mariah. I'm not saying all you do is sit at home all day with your kids and do nothing, but I'm just like those moments where we do catch up. Surely Mariah would be more interested in like doing a fun activity than just like having a nice lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we're making it in our friend group a bit of a thing. And thank you, Tanya Hennessy, and whoever you were inspired by, if it wasn't you, for starting this conversation. Because when I think about it, that's all I do with anyone.
Uh-huh.
Also, on the flip side of this, do you find it kind of awkward going out for dinner with AJ?
No.
Okay, so I find it not awkward, maybe isn't the right word, but like when Sky and I go out to dinner, I'm like,
you don't have anything to talk
what
about.
do we talk about? I already
Yeah.
know everything. What are we going to talk about? We've already told each other all the gossip from everyone in our lives.
Yeah.
I
I get that sometimes, and you're sitting there like, but then we always just have someone come and meet us. Like we
Okay.
always go out with someone else.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes when we go by ourselves, I'm like, what the fuck are we going to talk about? We've been
Right.
talking 24/7
I know, that's what I
for
feel.
our whole lives.
And I feel like we look maybe like a really unhappy couple because like sometimes me and Sky will just sit there in silence
Yeah.
when we're on a date night. But we've spoken all fucking week. I already know. He has nothing else to tell me. I have nothing else to tell
I
him. We know
know.
everything about each other. So then we go out on this really nice, get dressed up. Sometimes we will stay at a nice hotel in the city as well and really make a thing out of it. And then we get to dinner and we're just like,
What do we fucking
what
say?
do we talk about? Because you already know everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, but the catch-up trap, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to. So I thought we could brainstorm some things together. So
Mhm.
I've got, you go to a musical or go and see a show of some type.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had golf or, your aqua golf. What other things come to the top of your mind that I could like do with my friends or that would avoid the catch-up trap? Or at least if you're going to go for a dinner, do the catch-up there. Because also you might be a bit preoccupied if you're bowling or something. You don't have time to actually like catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still all about having a dinner where you go, what have you been up to?
Yeah.
But then maybe bowling afterwards. Right, we've had the catch-up, now we're bowling and we're having a fun time.
Yeah, what else is there to do? Literally, what else is there to do besides movies, bowling?
Yeah. Movies I don't like because you can't talk.
Yeah. I haven't been to the movies. Last time I went to the movies was when the Barbie movie came out.
I guess you can't talk at the theatre either, but that's a different thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. Yeah, the Barbie movie. Wow, so you still haven't watched Wicked?
No.
Oh my God, give it the times, girl. But also, you may as well just wait now because in November part 2 will be out, so you
Okay,
can
I
watch
could
them
watch
both at the
both
same
back
time.
to back. Other things to do.
Especially in Sydney.
Go to a day spa together.
Oh, now that's nice actually. Big massage vibe with the girls.
Go up the Hunter Valley. Go to the Royal Day Spa up there.
Bit of a wine tasting.
Wine tour.
Wine tour.
Or just
Because you're catching up, but you're doing a wine tour. Do you know what I mean? This is
or
invigorating.
just go to the Hunter Valley or whatever your local vineyard is, and you can still go out for lunch, but go out for lunch at a winery that also does wine tastings. So then you can all stand around, try the wines, and have something else to talk about.
Yes.
Other than what you've been up to lately.
Oh, this is blowing my mind. I'm going to have to suggest all of these things to the girls for when I get back from America. We'll be doing all of these things. The Hunter Valley wine thing is fabulous. And I'm also happy to be sober driver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can
Just
have
do a
one or
few
two
little
wines throughout
Aren't
the
you
day.
supposed to spit it out when you taste wine?
Shit, I did one and I drank the whole time.
I think you can do either or.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, maybe we should do one, Matt, because you said you don't like red wine.
I don't. So maybe I can find one.
Yum. I fucking love red wine. I'm actually so excited that summer is coming to an end. To be fair, I've been drinking red wine all through summer, but when the weather's cooling down, having a red wine at night,
Really?
it just like
and
warms.
is it warm?
Yeah, it's like room temperature. It's
You
not
don't
like
put it in the fridge, do you?
No, but although you can get chilled reds, and sometimes when we go out for dinner, we'll order like a chilled red. See, that's another thing why I like going out for dinner with AJ, because we both love red, and it's just like an experience together.
Right.
Like looking at the menu, picking what red we want. Like it just adds to the dinner. So maybe you and Sky need to enjoy red, so then you can enjoy dinner together a bit more. And then after a couple of reds, it's endless the shit that you can talk about.
Right. See, Sky and I don't drink. So I only drink if I'm getting drunk. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I won't go to lunch
Have 3
or
glasses
dinner.
of red and you're pissed.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All
I
right.
will have one glass sometimes
Maybe
on
I'll
like
buy
a
a bottle on
Thursday.
the way home today.
I'm a Pinot Noir girl.
Pinot Noir. You'll have to give me a good brand, like
Yeah, I
your
can, for
favorite
sure.
one.
Hunter Valley.
I'll do
I also like a Shiraz too, to be honest.
Shiraz.
And I only started liking red wine maybe last year, I want to say. But I liked sangria for years,
nice.
which has red in it.
You know what I'm going to give a shout out to right now?
Yeah.
Bonnells Bay.
Where's that?
I don't know if it's Central Coast, but it's more Morisset area.
Oh,
Bonnells
yeah.
Bay. Go Google, girl.
Is that where Aid at Trinity is?
Yeah, it's literally 2 minutes
Bonnell,
away.
B-O-N-N-E-L.
No, Bonnells, Bonnells, I think. Yeah, Bonnells
yeah.
Bay. There we go. So if you could just go to maps for me. Just maps. Thank you, go Google girl. And then we're going to zoom into Bonnells Bay. And I'm going to show you the most fabulous, if you scroll across, sorry. Keep going down.
Oh!
Shout out to Bonnells Bay, because here are the street names in Bonnells Bay. We've got Riesling Road, we've got Semelon Close, we've got Merlot Close,
Vidello Street.
Shiraz Drive.
Wow.
We've got, Vidello Street. What else? We got Bailey Street. What's down here? What's near Merlot Close over here in the middle? Yeah, and then what's that little one there? Oh, that's Merlot Close.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway, all the streets.
How did you know that?
I won't tell you.
You used to hook up with a guy from there.
It's a surprise, all right? We'll keep it a surprise. We'll keep it a secret, all right? That's enough of that. But anyway,
Yeah. And it's near the Bay Hotel Motel Holiday Inn. Bonnells
Hotel,
Bay.
Motel, Holiday Inn. Anyway, that's really cab. Like, all the street names are wines.
I love that.
And then they've got another part of Bonnells Bay as well, which I only just saw on the map just then as we were looking. And it looks like if you go over to the left, keep going to that retirement village sort of vibe. Keep going. Yeah, in there. Zoom in there. They're all birds. We've got Plover Place. We've got Kingfisher Street, Seagull Street, Pelican Avenue,
Wow.
Petrel Avenue, Egret Avenue, and we've got, what else were there? Sandpiper Place. They're all birds.
What the hell's going on
Scrollers,
in Bonnells Bay?
if you have any fun things like this, I would love to know about them. Like, if you know of suburbs like Bonnells Bay where all the street names are a certain way for a certain reason, let me bloody know, because I think this is my not hyperfixation, but it's just something that makes me so fucking happy. I'm just like, that's perfect.
Newish areas.
I don't know. Have a look. Say, when did Bonnells Bay get created? this is Shiraz Drive. How about we just type in a random number Shiraz Drive into Google? Go Google, girl. You're right. If you go Bonnells Bay and then type in like Shiraz Drive and then just think of a number off the top of your head. So then click that. And what year was that built? Because it'll tell us. 2003 by the looks of it. Scroll down again. Scroll down. We're on realestate.com now. So it was sold in 2001. I'm assuming that's the block of land. It was sold for $92,000. And then in 2003, it sold for $153,000. So
That's pretty new.
early 2000s, Bonnells Bay came up and about. And I'm sure there's some newer houses in there now, but there
Shout
you go.
out to fucking Bonnells
Shout
Bay.
out Bonnells Bay. Do we have any scrollers in Bonnells Bay?
I don't think I've
know.
ever been there in my life.
Anyway.
Still want to go to Morisset Mega
Well, we'll have to
Markets.
go to Merlot Close, Joel. Merlot Close, can you throw a street party and invite us? All right, scrollers, party in Merlot Close. Anyway, is this a Close Friends episode? Good. We're done and dusted then. Fabulous. I'm ready to go and get a meat pie. Hannah's shaking her head. They're still not back.
Mm-hmm.
I was really hoping
Is this
that...
Close Friends?
Yeah, I was really hoping that would just manifest that the meat pie machine was back here. Do you have any food, Hannah?
Yeah,
Are there
there's
any
snacks in the
food?
vending machine.
No, I don't want to
And they
pay
got a
for it.
delivery of
No.
groceries this morning.
I'm not paying for it. I want just like a snack drawer. Is there a snack drawer?
There might be some chippies or something.
Yeah, there's pretzels.
You know what? Downstairs, though, there was one day a bowl. Sorry, I'll wrap this up in 1 second. But there was a bowl on the table full of stuff. And it looked like packets of chips or lollies. And I went, oh,
There is
yeah.
chips.
And I walked over to the bowl. It was full of Smooth FM tissue packets. Anyway, I took 6. So it was great. Thanks for listening, scrollers. We'll see you next Tuesday.